If you are looking for country living out in the Kansas City metro area while still being around 30 to 40 minutes away from downtown Kansas City, Excelsior Springs is the choice for you. Now, Excelsior Springs is a wonderful place, but the most wonderful thing about it is the home prices. This new build is surprisingly affordable compared to other areas in the Kansas City metro. And if you want to tour it, well, you're gonna have to stick around until the very end because I'll meet you right back here at this beautiful brand new home in Excelsior Springs. I'll tell you the price and we'll see every nook and cranny. But in the meantime, we're gonna check out all Excelsior Springs has to offer, including hunting for a ghost in the Elms Hotel. So keep on watching. If you stick around to the end, we will get to explore every nook and cranny of that new build home in Excelsior Springs. But if you're looking for more of a home on a budget, this home is in the low 200s. At the end of this tour, I'm gonna tell you exactly how much. It's located in this beautiful, peaceful neighborhood called Sherwood Hill. It's really quiet here, a bunch of ranch style homes, really charming kind of family oriented neighborhood. Now, if we come over here, we can see this house listed on the market right now does have a beautiful deck, so you can enjoy the rest of Sherwood Hill. I do want to point out something though. Whenever you're buying a resale home, you want to be as astute as possible. Now, whenever you're buying any home, you want to be as astute and observant as possible, because immediately what I'm observing is you see some pretty big cracks on the slab here. This is the garage slab and it's got some pretty big cracks. This is bigger than normal. I would definitely say that might be an issue. These are, I would say, within the realm of normal driveway cracks, but one thing that you can note too is the concrete here is newer. So it's kind of a question of why is this shifting so much? So if you don't know, we have clay soil here in Missouri, and in Missouri, the clay soil does expand and contract a lot with the water that we get. So foundation inspections, just being very observant with foundations, we're gonna have to do that if you're gonna buy a house in Kansas City. Now, that being said, if you're moving to Kansas City, if you're looking to buy a home anywhere in the Kansas City metro, 816-4-MOVE-KC is our number, or you can email us at our email down below. Reach out. We would love to help you purchase a home in Kansas City. Let's go inside this one. Coming inside, I think one of the things that you could describe this home as is dated but clean. It's pretty clean. I mean, this is probably a home that has been owned in a family for a very, very long time, and you can see it needs some updating, but it's also very clean. They've kept it pretty well for the home being this age and being this old, having owned it for this long. It is really clean. One thing I did notice coming in, I'm about 6'1". I've been in a couple homes like this. I mean, you can reach up and touch the ceiling right here. This is not an 8-foot ceiling. I mean, I'd have to kind of stretch to reach like an 8.5-foot ceiling. I mean, this is probably only about 7 feet. It's pretty short, and it does kind of make the home feel much smaller. As we go through here, we can see this is the kitchen, and again, it follows with the theme of dated but kept nicely. There are nice features with this kitchen. This countertop isn't this cheap for mica. It's actually very thin granite, but it is a granite countertop. You have a gas stove for cooking. Of course, you've got an older sink that I'm sure is functioning well. A place for your refrigerator is right here. And the thing I like about this too is that you have this kind of hidden little nook where you can pull up a chair and you can do your taxes. I wouldn't think that you'd be doing like significant work here, but this is probably something for pantry storage. And then maybe if you wanted to sit here and do a little bit of, I don't know, like this is like where you'd pay your bills or something like that. That's kind of where you do that. Immediately right in front, this is your formal dining room area. It's attached to the kitchen. So if you kind of zoom out, you have room enough for a smaller kitchen table. Probably a round one would be the best bet for here. And then the interesting thing too is it's attached to this kind of enclosed porch that has quite large ceilings. This is definitely done after the fact. This was an add-on to the house. Now, it is springtime in Kansas City, and let's go outside because it's a beautiful day and you can see some of this garden. So as we step outside, there's quite a few features that make this a pretty nice area to spend time. Number one, if you're not looking to maintain a big lot, this is not too much to maintain, but it's still got some pretty nice features. You've got a pond here that I'm sure would need some cleaning for the algae, but I can see right now there's a frog in the pond, so that's kind of cool. There's a little frog in the pond. of course, you could, I think at one point there was a water feature leading all the way up to that boat. So I think that's really cool. It's a really neat shed. Let's see if we can go explore it a little bit. I don't know if this is just for looks or this is actually, you know, something functional, but if you want this in your backyard, it's pretty cool. I mean, this is a pretty cool place for kids to come back and pretend that they're in the Wild West. And then you could see the one negative about it, I would say it's pretty sloped. So if you needed to get a mower over there on the other side, I think that would be significantly hard. But of course you could pay somebody to mow it and they could make it work. So we're back in this main area and we're back into this living room. This living room is not necessarily the biggest living room that you can possibly have, but again, for the low 200s, this is not a bad value at all. Coming through, coat closet you have here. This is the utility closet where your HVAC and water heater would be behind this. And then on this side, you have a smaller bedroom. Of course, this is not going to be the largest, basically twin size bed and really nothing else. The closet is kind of cool though, because if you had a kid in here and they wanted a place to study, there's already a built-in desk with the closet. Moving to these other rooms, you've got a bigger room over here that you could put maybe a full size or maybe even a queen size bed if you really kind of decided to push it. You've got cool built-in shelves over there. I think that was one time a TV bookcase. And then of course you got your closet, and then the biggest room is off to the side. Before we get there, take a peek into the full bathroom. Does not have a tub in case you needed a tub. This one just has the shower. And then this would be the primary bedroom. It's pretty big. It's the entire length of the house. So this would be where you put your king size bed, maybe a queen size bed. You've got a closet over here that's plenty big for all of your stuff. And then you've got a nice walk-in, not walk-in, but ensuite bathroom that is actually really massive for the size of the house. So it's nice to have extra bathroom, but it's also nice to have this large of a bathroom. You've got your vanity, all the storage that you could possibly need on this side. Through there, you've got your toilet and you've got your shower. And then if you head around me, all the way down there, you have laundry, which is right near your closet. That's a really great feature to have because then you don't have to take your laundry anywhere else. Stays really close. And we're not done with this house yet. There's actually more features. Let's go over here. Again, this area is actually built on as well. It's newer than the rest of the house, but this is a nice screened in porch. Wouldn't be as temperature controlled as the rest of the house. You do see these fans that would provide you a little bit of a breeze during the hot summer months in here, but it'd probably still get pretty muggy and also would get really cold. But this is nice. I would think, you know what my wife would use this for is a place for all her plants. This would be a great place to start plants during the winter months, like get them a lot of sunlight, but then also kind of temperature control it in here. And then also, you know, in the spring, she has to bring in all her plants because as the wind blows, they can get damaged or broken and, you know, flipped over. This place would be a great place to have to protect your house from, protect your plants from the elements outside. Now, all of this is 3 bedrooms, this is 2 bathrooms, all of this for $220,000 in Excelsior Springs right now. Now stay tuned. We are going to check out 2 new builds in this video and also everything else that Excelsior Springs has to offer. This is downtown Excelsior Springs, and while there's not much going on right now, this is actually a more active downtown for a small town than you typically see. I've been to downtowns in like Lawson and Kearney. This is actually pretty full. You see a lot of people renting out these boutique shops, places to eat and other things to do. So I think for a quaint small little downtown, this is not too bad. Right across the way here is Excelsior Springs Golf Course. Really challenging golf course if you do like to golf. Played there many times. The greens are always super fast, sometimes crazy fast. So that's the only time I basically spend some time in Excelsior Springs, except for when I'm trying to negotiate and help a client buy a house up here. We are right in front of the Hall of Waters, so let's go check out what that is. This is the Hall of Waters Visitor Center. There's no water in here, so a little bit deceptive name. Okay, I've never been here before, so it's a cool kind of museum about the history of Excelsior Springs. Charming place to visit, to spend some time. I think my kids would love screaming at the top of their lungs with the echo in here, but we're gonna go check out some more houses in Excelsior Springs. So if you're willing to pay in the mid 400s, this is the type of neighborhood that you can get in Excelsior Springs. You can see it's a beautiful spring day and these houses are top notch. They're really tidy. This is a welcoming neighborhood. We already saw some people out walking their dogs. Houses in these neighborhoods are built anywhere in the 2012s to 2015s, all the way to right now. If you look right across the street, there is a new construction right on the street. Now, come with me and we're gonna look inside this all brick construction home built in 2015. This one has 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it is on the market right now. I won't tell you the price until the end of the video, but it is on the market right now and it is available for you. Now, if you want to relocate to Kansas City, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really helps our YouTube algorithms as you enjoy these tours of areas and houses, and also reach out to us. 816-4MOVE-KC is our number. As we come inside this home in Excelsior Springs, you can see that this living area is massive. The thing, I walked through this home already, the thing that I wanna describe this home as is a little bit older. It's not even that old, right? It's about 10 years old, but really well taken care of. Really, you can tell somebody who lived, the person who lived here really cared for the condition of their home. Let's go inside this office area. This is probably, I call this an office, but it's probably also used as a 4th bedroom because it does have the closet, it has an egress, it has everything that you need, and it's quite big. You can see that you could fit a king-size bed in here easily, or what I would do is I would put my big desk right in the middle and have bookshelves surrounding me. I think that would be a sweet use of this room. As we go into the living room, you can peek in there. This is the hallway bathroom. You've got the tub shower combo, toilet, and vanity. And then over here, like I said, a massive living area. All carpeted, but this is nicer carpet. I would imagine that this carpet could be from 2015, but they've cleaned it, they've kept it nice. There's no unpleasant smells in here. This is a great conditioned house. This flows easily into your formal dining room, which could be either you could put a table here or you could put a table here. I would probably put this as maybe like a little breakfast nook, and then maybe this is a formal dining room, or actually I'd flip that. I'd put the dining room here and then I'd put another living room in this area and location. So it kind of flow from living room to living room and then dining room here. Off of this living area, you have a pretty awesome deck that, if you'll notice, if you keep on watching, you have 2 ways to access this deck. You've got this from the primary bedroom, and then you've got this here. The deck is nice too because it's made of Trex. I have a Trex deck at home and it holds up extremely well with the Kansas City weather. The only negative I could probably say about this house is that you don't have much backyard. You have tons of front yard, but the backyard is just a little bit shorter than I would like with my kids, but maybe for you, if you want just something less to maintain, this could be the house for you. Let's go to check out the primary suite. Before we head there, we have to mention this nicely updated kitchen. Now, this is from 2015. I like the darker tones. If you don't like the darker tones, then it would cost you a little bit to change the cabinets or to paint them, but I happen to like this. I think this is granite. These cabinets are pretty good condition for being 10 years old. You've got plenty of counter space for you to cook and to clean and to do all your kitchen activities. And then what I also like about this is you've got this massive pantry space just right off the kitchen. And you know how much I love laundry right on the main level, and here it is. As we move into the primary bedroom, there's 2 bedrooms up here and then 2 bedrooms downstairs. And you could see that the primary bedroom has raised ceilings, which makes it seem really large. It also has, like I said before, access to the back deck in the backyard, a ceiling fan, and an in-suite bathroom. So with this in-suite bathroom, it isn't as big as some of the ones that we've seen on this channel and in Kansas City, but you do have shower, toilet, of course, sink. You have everything that you could possibly need to make your life here pretty comfortable. And one thing that you don't want to miss is you've got a very large walk-in closet. So with this walk-in closet, I mean, you could easily have a his and her side. You could have a his and hers rack. Just depends on how you want to divide it, but it's nice, it's large. And what I like about this, I prefer hardwood over carpet, and this is hardwood throughout the this is hardwood throughout the primary suite. So we head downstairs, you can see this nicer carpet continues all the way down the stairs, and downstairs is pretty massive. So this downstairs area, this is a second entertainment room. This would be a great theater room. This would be a great game room, big enough for a ping pong or a pool table or air hockey or whatever it is you want to do down here. And then off of this, you have a kind of unique situation here. You've got a bedroom that kind of circles all the way around into this bathroom. So this bathroom would be servicing not only this bedroom, but also your guests as they entertain themselves down here. But take a look. I mean, this is a big bedroom for a basement bedroom. It's also a lot cooler down here. As these weathers get a lot hotter, you can find that it gets kind of cooking upstairs. Put your bed down here, you're never gonna have a problem with temperature. It's gonna get cold during the winter, but this is gonna be a nice place to live. Over here is bedroom number 4. Bedroom number 4 is not quite as big as the other bedroom, but you can see it's still pretty big. It's still got plenty of usable room. In fact, you could probably still put a king size bed anywhere you want. It's a little bit of an L shape, so you've got there, and then you've got big closets. Of course, big plus for any bedroom. And then this is your sewer access and water access, so that's all down here. That's a negative because if you did have a water event that were to occur, you would need to run down here and turn everything off, and if somebody was sleeping, you'd wake them up, but it would be an emergency anyway, so that'd be fine. And you don't want to miss that you have this cubby hole, which my kids would go nuts to play in. It goes all the way back here, all the way deep in here. And if you had kids, you could build a really sick playroom here. I would put like a tarp or something like that, or a blanket that would kind of make it super dark in there, and then run some power in there. That'd be sick. And then over here, you've got massive unfinished basement space. So anything that you need for storage, that goes here. You've got plenty of place for shelving. And then come over here. If you don't know what radon is, this is a radon mitigation system. What this is it's a pipe that goes underneath the slab, and it pumps out with a fan. It pumps out radon, which is I don't want to say poisonous, but if you live in radon long term, it's bad for your health. It's the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. So if you get it tested for radon and test high, this is how they mitigate for radon. They pump the radon out from the ground outside. You can see over here, water heater and utilities. The last thing is, this is extra storage down here, just a closet for you to hang all your clothes, do with what you want. Now this house has been on the market for just a little bit under a month, and it is listed for $465,000. So if you're interested in it, give us a call, 816-4MOVE-KC. We can get you in here now. The Elms Hotel is a historic hotel in Excelsior Springs, a luxurious place to stay if you want a weekend getaway. In fact, never been here before, but want to plan a staycation with my wife here. I think that'd be a lot of fun. A lot of people also remember the Elms, especially if they've grown up around here. I had a client who grew up in Liberty and said he would come to the Elms for, you know, family trips and weekend getaways. It's a well-known place around the area. It's actually burned down twice and been rebuilt. I think President Truman, when he won the presidency, he was celebrating right here, so there's quite a bit of history. But there's also a ghost. According to people who know about the Elms, they say that there's a ghost that haunts this location. So we're gonna go inside, not only to check it out, but also to see if we can ask somebody to see where the ghost haunts. So keep on watching. If you like this stuff, if you want to move to Kansas City and you like our videos, please like and subscribe. Reach out to us, 816-4MOVE-KC. If you're moving to Kansas City, we'd love to chat with you about your move. But for now, let's go check out the Elms Hotel, and I don't know, this might be a complete dud. They might just say, hey, get out of here, you're not staying here. But I want to just go ask somebody to say, hey, take us to the place where the ghost is. Let's go. Pretty empty so far, kind of swanky. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm just wondering, I'm not staying here, but can I see the place where the ghost is supposed to be?
It's the whole hotel, technically.
Really? I thought it was like a certain spot that...
The 4th floor is said to be the most haunted. We have a few rooms that are said to be like the most haunted rooms, but the entire hotel is haunted.
Really?
Yeah, we have a ghost tour every night. It goes through the whole place.
Have you seen anything?
No, I haven't.
Cool. What's the spookiest place?
It's said to be 4th floor. I think it's the lap pool though, so that would be downstairs.
Can I go see that?
Yeah, 100%.
Sweet. Cool. There he is. That's probably what it looks like right there. It's supposed to be some like gangster ghost. Oh wow, this is really nice. It's an outdoor pool. I guess you could do a wedding reception here. It's pretty cool.
Need me to talk over anything?
Doesn't matter. Indoor pool. Okay, so you said the lap pool is the spookiest place. I don't know. I used to ask her what the scariest place was. Fitness center. Lap pool. Whoa, it goes way down here. This is supposed to be the place that's the spookiest. This is pretty cool. It's not that spooky at all.
Shoot, what a bummer.
She said this is the spookiest place. And I actually think this is really cool. I'd love to bring my family down here. And 4 feet, yeah, the kids could swim. This would be sweet. I actually think I'm gonna book a stay at the Elms Hotel sooner rather than expected. After the Hall of Waters, I was like, that's pretty disappointing, but this is pretty cool. I would think that my kids would have a blast down here. And also we don't have to be outside where they can, get sunburned and, so I think this is a sweet, sweet place. So if you want to stay at the Elms Hotel, check out the lap pool. Supposedly, it's supposed to be haunted, but Ghost has pretty good taste, if you ask me. Let's go check out the rest of Excelsior Springs. We're back at this brand new house in Excelsior Springs. And one thing I wanted to point out and start outside with was the fact that a lot of these houses are pretty established. The houses behind me have been built for quite some time now, so you're gonna have established neighbors. You're not gonna have all the hubbub of a new build community, although there are some new houses coming soon on the other side of this house. But this house in Excelsior Springs sits amongst other houses that have been finished quite a long time ago. So again, if you stick around to the very end, I'm gonna tell you the price, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about this house, but let's go inside and explore every nook and cranny of this brand new build in Excelsior Springs. It's gonna be surprisingly affordable because of where you are. Now, Excelsior Springs is not a horrible place to live. It's just kind of a more slow place to live. Some might call it boring, as you've been watching the tourists going to the Elms and all that kind of stuff. Downtown, it's kind of slow and quiet. But if you want that type of life, this is a great place for you. This area is being used right now as a sales office, but this is the dining room area. You could put a huge dining room table right here. I would put like an 8-10 footer. You could, have a huge feast every night if you wanted to. Coming through here, I really like these. I think this is actually LVP, but this is really nice LVP, and it does look just like hardwood. It's not quite engineered hardwood, but this is really nice flooring. You have your gas fireplace that's ready for you to flip on during a cold winter. And then all across here, you've got this huge, massive living room / kitchen space. I mean, all the way from this side to that side, it's probably, I don't know what, like 30 feet, 35 feet? I mean, it's massive, it's huge. And you have all the room in the world to do any activities that you want to do, while also being super connected if you're cooking over here. Now, this kitchen has plenty of counter space, nice granite countertops, beautiful wood finish. I really enjoyed this kitchen because of the wood finish. I think the wood finish makes it look a lot warmer, makes it tie into the rest of the house, especially with the floors. Now, coming out here, the only thing I would change about this deck is the fact that you don't necessarily have access to the floor level for your dogs, but you could easily build that. You could build some stairs right off this deck. In fact, the ground kind of slopes this way, so if you built some stairs that way, it'd be a lot more economical because it's a lot closer to the floor. Now, like I said here, we're back here in the kitchen. We've already pointed out all the nice features, but what you didn't see is this mudroom and this half bathroom that's located right off the kitchen. This mudroom, this is the garage door. You come in right here, drop your shoes off here, and then you can use the restroom as soon as you come home. This is a nicely finished half bath for your guests. If you were throwing a big Super Bowl party or throwing a big get together, this is where your guests would use the bathroom. And again, this house is really affordable, so stick around till the end. I'll tell you the price. This is just a pantry closet because you don't have the most storage because of how massive that living room is for your kitchen, but you do have pantry storage right here. Now, comment below, do you prefer a house like this that is brand new, Or a house like we saw earlier, that all brick construction for mid 400,000s. You comment below. Honestly, if it were me, I'd probably pick something like this. I especially like this living room. I think this is a great living space. So let's go upstairs first, and then we're gonna check out what the basement has to offer. The nice thing about this home is all 4 bedrooms are on this level. So first we get into this first bedroom. This bedroom is pretty big. It's gonna be a great size for kids. It's gonna have plenty of room if you wanna do bunk beds. If you wanna do a king size bed, that's totally fine, along with a decent sized closet. And I like how much natural light just pours in from these windows, makes this bedroom really welcoming place. On the other side of this hallway, you have another bedroom, but in between, you have this bathroom. So if you had, some stinky kids like I do, this is the bathroom that they would be using, so they can stink up this bathroom and not stink up my bathroom. Right now, we currently have 5 kids with 1 bathroom, and it can get kind of stinky because, they don't know how to urinate, I guess, I don't know. But they're young kids, they're young boys, and we don't get too mad at them. But there would definitely be that bathroom rather than our bathroom. But this room, about the same size as the other room, not as much light at this time of day, but you come back in the evening and I'll bet you this room's gonna be all lit up, and that room's gonna be darker because this faces east and west. Let's go down the hall. Here's bedroom number 3. This one also faces the backyard. And you could see, just as big as the other 2. Easily fit a queen size bed in here. I think you could probably shove a king size bed in here if you really wanted to, but it's not as big as the primary bedroom, and let's go over there. But before we get to the primary, check out the fact that you have laundry up on the main level. Now, if laundry was on the basement, you'd have to go down 2 flights of stairs to do your laundry, but since laundry is on the main level, you can easily get all your kids' dirty laundry, stuff it in here, restock it, easy peasy. And the nice thing is that it actually connects to the primary closet, which we're gonna see in a little bit. But this primary bedroom is plenty big. A king size bed will easily fill the space up with plenty of room to spare. So this is a beautiful primary. You have big windows letting the light pour in, and then you have a great ensuite bathroom. So with the ensuite, you've got your tiled floors, you've got your nice double vanities, you got 2 sinks, you got plenty of storage, new cabinets. Again, with all these new builds in Kansas City, a lot of them do offer builder warranties, a 1-year builder warranty for a lot of different things. So if you want to choose new over used, that might be a reason to tip it over a little bit too new. Now you got a soaking tub that has jets. Don't love the jets because from what I've seen before, jets kind of cause more issues than they're worth, at least in my opinion. Maybe you feel differently. And then in here, you've got a nice tiled shower, floor to ceiling tile, plenty big for plenty of room in that shower too. And the best part is that it leads into this huge, massive primary closet. You've got one side over here that has plenty of space for you to hang clothes, keep shoes, and then another side over here that has the same. And then the nice thing about this primary closet is it ties all the way through back into your laundry area. So how nice is it to basically have laundry in your closet? Let's go down to the basement. Okay, now headed downstairs, this basement is completely unfinished and it's massive. So you'll see that you have a ton of potential down there. Let's go. 2 awesome things about this basement. Number 1, it is a walkout. As you can see behind me, you have a door that leads out to your backyard. Number 2, look how big it is. You have plenty of room to make just as big of a living room down here. I mean, this is a perfect place to do a home theater. This is a perfect place to put a game room. Honestly, that's what I would do. I would do game room down here. I'd make it all dark. You got your plumb for a bathroom down here. So all you need to do is wall off your utilities, and then you have this cavernous space to just completely finish and to do with what you want. Now, this house, brand new house, is on the market in this established neighborhood for $449,000. $449,000 gets you this brand new house. Now, if this was in Olathe, if this was in Overland Park, you're probably looking maybe close to $50,000 to $100,000 more depending on where. So that's why Excelsior Springs is such great value. Now, maybe you are considering another area, maybe in Johnston County, maybe another place in Missouri. Well, click right here because YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video.